456 skin stands for people that are skin phototype 4, 5, and 6 on the Fitzpatrick scale. People of color, darker skin tones. We created the world's first skin tone lab where we study the structural and functional differences of people of color. Seriously, do you think people actually have time to keep complaining about something if it's actually satisfy them? Understand that your skin is just this passive barrier, right? It's a complex organ that has its own communication system and its own agenda.
Brightening. Brightening. We don't use the other word.
No, the other word.
Right, we don't use the other word.
It's not needed today.
No.
It's like
2023, guys. Come on.
Like, the big difference between darker skin and light skin is.
Hi everyone, welcome back to my channel. Today we have a lovely, lovely, brilliant, intelligent, beautiful guest from Belgium. Don't say France, Caroline. This is Noelly, and she is the founder of 456 Skin. Hi.
Hi, Caroline.
Thanks for coming.
Thanks for having me. Oh my God.
Of course. For starters, tell us what 456 Skin stands for.
456.
So I know, they may not know.
Yes. 456 Skin stands for people that are skin phototype 4, 5, and 6 on the Fitzpatrick scale. It's a scale that classifies humans into 6 phototypes. Phototype 1, 2, 3 are white skin or Caucasian skin. And then phototype 4, 5, 6 are what we call commonly people of color, darker skin tones. Yeah, so that's what 456 stand for.
Where did it come from in terms of, did you just reach a point where you said, I've had enough of this? Nothing out here is speaking to us. I mean, that's what I would think, but it's very specific. But obviously, people who don't have a darker skin tone can use it.
Absolutely.
But you specifically have a darker skin tone in mind.
Yes.
How do you cater for a darker skin tone in a way that the traditional huge corporate industries do not?
Yes, absolutely. So this came about, right, because I just wanted to create a permanent solution authentically to skincare conditions that I was just tired of having. It's just like at a certain point you're tired of looking for a solution, and then also kind of wanted to set the record straight about skin tone in general, because I feel like in our society we have historically considered skin tone in terms of lightness and darkness, and these pure measurement of skin tone in terms of color is just led to a lot of misunderstanding and a lack of scientific studies for darker skin tones, which is very problematic. And the reason why we searched 456 Skin was to say the science of skin tone, the theory around skin tone, is much more larger, and we need to study it and factor in the genetic, right, the metabolic, the physiopathological, and also the psychological implications of skin tone in skincare. So we created the world's first skin tone lab in the French Cosmetic Valley in France, where we study the structural and functional differences of people of color so that we can create new formulation philosophy, and from these formulation philosophies then draw out formulas that are actually calibrated for the skin. It's not like you can use it too, right? Yeah. It's not for you, but you could use it.
You can use it too.
It's like we all deserve something.
Yeah,
that
we
is
have made this for you. Yeah.
Right, I've put you on a pedestal. It's been studied for you, tested on you, and this is what 456 is all about.
And by you mean 456 darker skin tones?
Yes, scientists that have darker skin tones, that know it, that have it, that understand the struggle.
And what are the key differences?
Yeah.
Because there's more than you would think, obviously. I know there's a lot. And I know it's easy for me to say that all skin tones can use it. And that is a generic throwaway that when I say it, I mean it inclusively, as in it's suitable for all. And we certainly, with Skin Rocks, we test on all skin colours, which brands still don't do.
Yeah.
But
that's great that you do that.
Yeah.
Seriously, thank you for doing that.
In writing, a certain percentage has to be, we don't mess about. But that's not common.
It's not.
And so when people say, oh, no, it's fine, it's not actually, oh, no, it's fine. Equally, when people try and take the black dollar as they would call it,
Yeah.
the black dollar, it's not always done with your best interest in mind.
No.
So what are the key differences that came out when you basically built a whole lab, as you do?
Yeah. So there are so many differences, and it really goes beyond the color, which
Yeah.
is the visible difference.
Yeah.
Right? And people tend to kind of be skeptical, like, why do you need a different kind of skincare for darker skin tone? It's
I'll tell
skin
you who
is
says
skin.
that, white people.
Today.
Darker skin tone people don't say
We
that.
don't
White
say
people
that
say
because
that.
we
Oh,
would
why do
not
you
be
need something
complaining.
different?
No, seriously, do you think people actually have time to keep complaining about something if it's actually satisfy them?
Yeah.
So if people are complaining, it's that there's still a problem, and so we
Yeah.
need to address it. But there are numerous differences structurally and functionally, but we can't get into all of them. So I'm going to talk about the most important
The most
ones,
important.
right?
And I'll obviously link underneath to everything. And if anyone's got any questions,
Oh,
we will,
yeah. We've
for
got
sure.
like loads of, we got like a whole scientific Bible.
Yeah.
We can show all of the details with you. But I'm going to talk about the differences that kind of create the most important problems. Let's start with hydration, right? That is like the base of skincare. No proper hydration, no skin health. And hydration can be the mother of so many skin concerns, right? And so darker skin tone, as we see in our research, they have a denser stratum corneum. That outer layer of the skin, it is denser than light skin. So there are pros to that, right? Probably one of the reasons, not the only one, but one of the reasons why our skin tends also to have a lot more collagen, a lot more elastin.
Bounce.
Don't
rub it in. Don't rub it in.
I mean, it helps, but with everything with darker skin tone, there's always pros and then there are cons. And so the cons are that because the skin is denser, hydration can become a challenge. You need to think about a smarter way to get the nutrients all the way into this denser
Not just the
skin.
surface level.
If you are doing the surface level thing, which is what we tend to see, then we have a skin that kind of looks shiny at the outside, but is dying with dehydration.
Yeah.
And so this is very, very important. And another fact about dry skin and dehydration is vitamin D deficiency. And I really want to touch up to this. Darker skin tones.
Preach.
So important.
Yeah.
We tend to be vitamin C deficient, just vitamin D, not C, vitamin D deficient, just because our skin absorb all the light and we just don't synthesize vitamin D as efficiently as other skin will. And research is kind of showing us that correlation between vitamin D deficiency and weakened skin metabolism and dryness in the skin and dullness in the skin. And so when you are vitamin D deficient, that's going to have implications for your skin and for your hydration as well. The second most important difference obviously touches on hyperpigmentation.
Waiting for the P word. Waiting for the P word.
That is the main problem.
Yeah.
Literally 90% of men and women that come to us for consultation or needing help is about hyperpigmentation.
Yeah.
All the forms. It's acne scars, it is dark spots, it is
post-inflammatory,
it is acanthosis nigrans, it is, I just don't know how to call it because we haven't studied it, there's some of that also. And so the big difference between darker skin and light skin is the melanocytes, right? We all have melanin. Obviously,
you're blessed with more. You get more of it.
I like that you say I'm blessed.
I always say blessed. It is a blessing.
Is a blessing.
You are blessed with more melanin.
It is kind of a blessing, which comes with pros and cons too.
Yeah.
Darker skin tones have bigger melanocytes. These are the little cells that produce the melanin pigment. So the more you have melanin, the bigger your melanocytes, obviously, because you need them to be more robust to do the work and produce this melanin. It's a lot of work for them, but they're quite effective.
They're very effective
at doing it. So it's a great thing because melanin is a blessing, like you said. It is a protective system, right, to our skin. It gives us this beautiful use. But if melanin is going to be a protective system for your skin, it is going to speak when irritation happens, when
gonna
inflammation
it's going to tell you.
It's going to tell you. It's going to be like, that's too strong. That's
Don't
not
pick
okay.
me.
Don't pick me. Do not antagonize the melanocyte because it will respond.
It will always win.
Yeah. And so when the skin is irritated, and really it can be anything. It can be anything. It can be skin dryness, which when we tell people this, like, when your skin is dry, that's an aggression for your skin, and it will respond with hyperpigmentation. It can be pollution, and then it goes into anything, inflammation, acne, then you get acne scars. You use skincare that is too highly dosed. You over exfoliate. Your skin will kind of call up on the melanocyte and be like, trouble, trouble, danger, and then melanin will be produced, then you get hyperpigmentation. Whereas when you have a little bit of inflammation, you get a redness. 3 days later, it's kind of gone. Right.
Well, not at my age, but
generally.
Generally.
But you know what I mean.
I do know what you mean.
Fast. Right, mine, it would stay there, stare me in the face, and then next month another one will come. This is how we end up with recalcitrant hyperpigmentation that just keeps sinking below the skin. It becomes such a huge problem that sometimes people, not being able to find solutions, are looking to other methods.
They look to the other methods, which is the whole bleaching, hydroquinone, like really, really strong things that have the opposite effect of what you want them to do.
Well, they have the effect that you want at the beginning, but there's always a backlash.
Yeah.
Right? And then when the skin responds, the melanin comes back with a revenge. And so it's just not worth it.
It's like an avenged woman.
Yeah, absolutely. It's like, don't
mess with
me.
I'm coming for you.
You know?
So how do you counteract that in terms of if we deal with the pigmentation?
Yes.
What product do you have, and how does it differ from what's generically available?
Yeah.
For a darker skin tone, that because obviously they're gonna. I know the audience. They're gonna see you and just trust you immediately, right? They're not gonna go. They're not. I don't think my audience. They're gonna be okay. What do I need?
Yes.
So if pigmentation, which is the concern I hear the most about with a dark skin tone,
is.
without question.
It is such a massive issue.
And like you say, it's me that goes, you're also dry or dehydrated.
Yeah.
You know, that's not an aside. You need to also fix that.
Yeah.
But where do they go if pigmentation is their first issue?
Yeah. I think before we even get to products, right, we need to understand what system works, right? There is not one product that's going to magically solve hyperpigmentation. Melanogenesis is such a complex thing, right? You need to understand that, and you need to understand that being gentle to your skin, it's key. That's it. Just forget about this very harsh, abrasive, very aggressive,
strong.
Because it will kind of give you that result at the beginning, but the backlash, you will not like it. And so we want systems that are gentle, that are multi-tiered, that are complete. You know, this technique that they have in the pharma world, so when they're creating molecules to cure diseases, they, instead of using like big high-percent molecules, strip of different ones so that they increase the body's acceptation of the treatment. That is the system that we use for hyperpigmentation, right? So we want to stack those benefits. Very clever. So a little bit, but sustain over time. Tiptoe around the melanocyte. Don't wake it up.
Yeah.
Never. And so obviously we start with cleansing. Very important. If you're not cleansing your skin properly, forget about the rest. You're wasting
Praise
money.
the Lord.
Just forget about it. And you need a product that understands, you know, the assignment of cleaning. Right. And so, yes, it's going to a cleanser like the Green Bay clarifying gel. It's a complete multifunctional system. So it would take away the dirt, the grime, the makeup, really the makeup pigment. And the deeper the pigment, the more cleanser, the more you need a really good cleansing system. But more importantly, you need a cleanser that is also going to take away those free radicals from your skin, because if they stay there, they will antagonize the skin and create problems like hyperpigmentation. Sorry, I always come back to that. All roads lead to hyperpigmentation. Literally. So first step, cleanse with an amazing gentle gel. No antagonizing ingredients. This will always leave them out, you know. And then a system that cleanses the skin, nurtures the skin, and bring a little bit of acne relief, and will kind of cleanse your pore, purge them, make your skin ready for the next
without
steps.
stripping it.
Never stripping.
We
don't strip.
it.
If we strip, we're drying. If we dry, we're going to lead to
Pigmentation.
Absolutely. And so this is one of our absolute bestseller for hyperpigmentation. And then the second product is our resurfacing exfoliating mask. We call it To Be Clear.
Nice
because we want to make it clear that over exfoliation is a no-no, right, for darker skin tones. And this is something that people need to understand. Exfoliation is such a tricky thing for us. Like, we need it.
Yeah.
We need it because...
You can't go hard.
No, yeah, because our skin metabolism and natural exfoliation system kind of slow down when we live in the climates where we don't have enough solar energy. You know, your skin metabolism is just like, oh my God.
Yeah, it's not energized by the sun,
energized.
like us today.
Absolutely. If you live in Belgium and the UK where the sun plays hide and seek most of the year,
honestly,
your skin is just sluggish.
Yeah.
And so you need to, you know, an exfoliator that understand that can, yes, help buff away those dead cells, but also reboot the cells in your system. But if you overdo it, you are going to deregulate your skin barrier, you're going to create inflammation, and you're going to get hyperpigmentation. So forget about the beads, the scrubbing, the overdoing it is counterproductive. And this exfoliator really understand that. And so we're doing it again, it's gentle, but it's powerful. It's an enzymatic exfoliator combined with low dose of chemicals. And then we kind of assemble it with anti-inflammatories. Again,
so like you're going, scrub, I'm really sorry, scrub, sorry.
Yeah, it's tiptoeing, and then a lot of hydration. So you use this.
So you're not drying out, basically.
Not drying out the skin. This is amazing. You'll have that kind of a instant, immediate skin, baby face, and it's very flexible. Depending on what you need, you can use it like 2-3 times.
It even smells.
It smells like a little bit of a
gentle.
I think you want to put your finger and be like,
it smells gentle. It doesn't smell at all aggressive. And I know that sounds silly, but when you do skincare the way that we do, you can smell something and go, oh no.
You're like,
no.
It's very gentle, very effective. You need this if you have hyperpigmentation, because if you don't exfoliate properly and those dead skin are just standing there, how's the new skin going to emerge? Right? Very important. And then the third product, and this is really your superhero for brightening, right? This is the 7 Delight and
thank
Brightening.
you for saying brightening. We don't use the other word.
No, the other word.
Right, we don't use the other word.
It's not needed today.
No.
It's like
it's 2023,
it's
guys.
2023,
Come on.
It's like, let's move on from
Come
that.
on.
Seriously, we need to figure out a system that enhance our beautiful melanin, not trying to erase it. Like, we're absolutely over that.
We are beyond over that.
No one needs that today. And so 7 Delight, again, in 456 style, we look at the function of melanin. We understand that the melanocytes are powerful, and we understand that there are so many different pathways to which melanin is produced. Again, you need to get smart, because we're about to play a little game, right? If you create a formula which has like one hero ingredient, right? And that's it. And then the rest of the formula kind of goes, wang, 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 flat, nothing. It's not going to work. It does not work.
This is why we get on. I'm saying nothing. Aren't I doing so well? I'm saying nothing.
It just doesn't, like, on darker skin tones, you would never, that is not enough to face the powerful melanocyte. So you need, again, system. It's multi-tiered. So in here, we've got about 7 gold mines for brightening, melanin inhibitors. We've got Exil resorcinol, which is a hydroquinone mimic. Hate hydroquinone, I'm just saying it. But there are mimics there. More natural, we use that, glutathione, a little bit of alpha-arbutin, palmarosa, a little bit of azelaic acid to kind of, lift those. There's a little bit of salicylic. So palmarosa you are lining up these
like playing
ingredients.
chess.
You're playing chess, right? And then you add hydration, and then it's all powered by our vitalized water, which is really like one of our most powerful ingredients because
We didn't even talk about that, did we? We just got straight into it.
Oh yeah, vitalized water, main ingredient, is just going to take all this goodness all the way to the skin. And when you were using Cerulean Delight in conjunction with the exfoliator and then you're cleansing well, this is going to clear your hyperpigmentation, right? Don't expect it to work like a magic wand.
Yeah.
Anyone who tells you like hyperpigmentation is going to clear in 2 days, they are lying to you. Right?
Ladies and gentlemen.
It takes time. I'm sorry. It takes time.
It takes time.
Give your skin.
It took time to get there. It takes time to
but
go.
you will get there if you've got the correct system that understand how your skin works and it's been researched and tested for you. So these are the 3 products that I would recommend for your hyperpigmentation.
Cleanse, exfoliate, serum.
And serum. And then be patient, be consistent, and be kind to your skin.
Yeah.
Right?
Don't be aggressive.
Understand that your skin is just this passive barrier, right? It's a complex organ that has its own communication system and its own agenda. All right? And so just understand that it's not on your terms.
Yeah.
Give your skin what it needs to help it extend its function and be patient. And we see that when people actually have this system, it works. It does.
What's your biggest challenge product-wise? Is it sort of not going hell for leather and just making loads and loads and just having the confidence to go, okay, this is the perfect serum, you know?
Yeah.
And sort of the re-education of, like you said, a multi-level serum as opposed to single ingredient, you know, when you've got a complicated skin system, which we all have, but like you say, your melanin puts it into a different arena.
Yes. Yeah. Well, that's the complication is the balance.
Yeah.
That's just it. That is our biggest challenge. How do you find that balance? Because that's key for dark skin tones. You need to find balance because don't do enough, won't work. Do much, will backfire.
Yeah.
That's the biggest challenge.
So it's like playing chess.
A little bit.
Now, where are you sold in the world? Where can people find 456
Yeah,
Skin?
we're 100% D2C right now. You can find us all 456skin.com. But we're getting ready to
attack.
Expand.
I like that you say expand. I say attack.
Attack.
We're getting ready to attack.
Yeah, but we're ready. You know, we've been kind of in the lab for the past 2 years, perfecting these formulas and iterating with our customization system. We've been doing customized skincare, creating this formula, putting them in hands of our community and putting them in the feedback loop and asking them, does it work? Do you like it? How should we change it? And we've been listening and iterating based on the feedback, and we're collecting this amazing data that no one has about darker skin tone, and this understanding it is giving us so much confidence to then look at the data and say, okay, these combinations in our customization system work the best. And so this is what we've actually kind of aligned for the next steps for the retail part. So now it's ready to attack. Like you say, let's attack.
Do you ship worldwide?
Yes, we ship worldwide. We ship to the US. We ship to Nigeria. We have the occasional orders that come from Australia, and always like, all the way to Australia. Yeah, we ship wherever. UPS and DHL will go.
There you go. Well, just to clarify, 456 on the Fitzpatrick scale.
Yes.
You would take you from, I would take, please forgive me if I'm wrong, but I would say from like a Latino, slightly a darker Latino, to the darker skin.
Yeah. So it's really like geographically the four Fitzpatrick 4 get like Latinos, Northern Africans, Middle Easterners.
Yeah.
But you also have, with the mixes sometimes. Yeah. My sister is mixed. She's for type 4. Wow. She is very white, and then she has afro, and she doesn't tan. So she's a 4.
Wow.
And
she
she's
doesn't
mixed.
tan.
She does not.
She gutted. It's terrible, isn't it? Because it's the...
Yeah, but she's mixed, and so she's like, you never know how, so you also have a lot of mixed people that are 4.
Yeah.
And then skin for type 5 are going to be a lot of Southeast Asian, African American, all the way to for type 6 that are phenotypically African. I think they have like a tribe in India where they have like really dark skinned people, but it's mostly for type 5 in this region. So that's like 40% of the world's population and growing. So
But why does the beauty industry need to cater to them?
Yeah, why? I wonder why.
My girlfriend Ate is Nigerian, and her husband Daniel we love Ate. Her husband Daniel is blonde, blue-eyed, very, very English.
I've seen her kids.
Right,
so
and her
cute.
kids, she has one of each, as she says.
Yeah.
She says, I have my brown
It's
baby, I
and
have
your
my white
baby.
baby. And so she has one who's slightly paler skinned with blue eyes.
Yeah.
And one that is darker skinned and much curlier hair.
She's a little bit mixed also. Like, where is Ate from, you say?
Nigeria.
She's from Nigeria.
I'm sure her mum's Nigerian.
Yeah.
No, her dad. I think her dad's Nigerian.
Yeah.
But her mum, Ate's a black woman. She'll be the
like
first to say I'm a black
She's
woman.
black. Yeah, I mean, with mixed skin, it's sometimes like, you never know.
Yeah, she said they came out and she said we had one of each,
like,
and then we were
it's
done.
Like gene lottery. The genes would just go one way or the other. But yeah.
Well, thank you so much for joining us.
Well, thank you.
And thank you for this. I just think it's a mixture, isn't it? Like, it's brilliant that you've done it and you're owning it. It's a disgrace that you had to do it. But equally, I say that as a, for someone who's always said, like when I do consulting days and things, like, was this tested on dark skin tones? And they would literally say, oh no. And I'd be like, how can you not even be vaguely embarrassed by that? But like you say, 40% of the population is this end.
Yeah.
But we'll just take care of this end here.
Yeah, I mean, now things are changing.
Yeah.
Thank God.
Slowly though.
Slowly.
Still slowly.
But they are changing. And I think it's just a beautiful time now because we are kind of able to take matters into our own hands and getting that scientific process kind of kicked off so that hopefully 10, 15 years from now, the new generation comes into this industry, doesn't even think about it. And they know there are brands out there that have done the work, they know it's for me, and that's really what we want.
They certainly will not tolerate it. I mean, if you think even of the biggest launches of the last 5, 6 years, if not more, in beauty were Huda and Fenty.
Yeah.
I mean, that should tell the industry what it needs to know, but they just don't pay attention.
Yeah, but it's funny because I feel that we got like an amazing awareness about inclusivity or the lack of thereof with Fenty, but all of that kind of went to skin makeup. Yeah, right,
for sure.
And
which needed it. But still, with the skincare.
Thank God. I always tell Ali, I'm like, now when I go to a Sephora or High Street, people from the high brand, they look at me and they say hi. They have a smile. Before it used to be like they would literally
like, oh,
look on this side. Like,
don't tell us.
I don't know. I have nothing for you. It's great for everyone, but that awareness has no benefit to skincare because we are still in this mindset, which is that skin is skin, and so we don't probably need to. Also, it's probably harder. Just being in the industrial process myself and knowing the work that it takes and the shift that it would require from the industry to get to this level of detail for darker skin tones, I think is not an easy task. And so we really have to have like a lot of consideration and love and want to do it in a way that is very authentic and not performative. And not everyone is ready to do that. So we kind of have to just take the matter into our own hands and start doing the work from the ground up.
Well, they are very capable, intelligent, brilliant hands.
Thank you. You are very kind.
No, I'm not kind. It's just simple fact. But thank you so
Caroline.
much for joining.
Oh, thank you.
And
I've loved sitting in your room. Also, like, I literally want to come here and just randomly sit.
You're welcome anytime.
Because, like, the skin junkie in me is just like, ooh.
I know, you are a skin junkie. Like,
I want to. Can I touch?
Oh, you can touch whatever you like. I will list everything below where you can find these fantastic products and a list a link to your website
Thank
where we
you.
can have more info, because we didn't even touch on your background, and I'm sure people are like, well, why is she
Well, we'll do
qualified
it
to
again.
make
I'll
skincare?
come back.
Oh, God, for sure. Anytime. Thank you so much.
Thank you so much. Oh, thank you so much. I have no idea. This is massive what you're doing for us. Appreciate you so much.
No, thank you for
you.
coming. Bye, everybody. Sorry, forgot they were there.